Hello children, how are you all? I hope all are doing good, safe and healthy. A warm welcome all of you for today's session, the Fundamental Unit of Life, Part 3, Class 9. Before starts the class, shall we do one small warm-up exercise? Yes. Okay. All of you close your eyes, sit straight and do breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. 5 times. Are you ready? Yes. Good. The topic to be covered in this chapter are cell wall, cytoplasm, nucleus. Cell wall, cytoplasm and nucleus. Okay. So, the cell has three main parts. What are the three main parts of the cell? Cell membrane or plasma membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus. Yes or no? Already we discussed about cell membrane detailing last class. Yes or no? Yes. What is cell membrane? It is a thin layer that holds the cell together. It is outermost layer and it is a protective layer and it has pores. It has life, means it is living cell, and it is a semi-permeable membrane. Yes or no? Yes. That is, it is selectively allows the movement of substances into and out of the cell. Yes or no? Yes. It gives shape to the cell. And next we are going to see about cell wall. Okay. So, the cell wall is an additional layer of the outside the cell membrane. Okay. The cell wall is an additional wall outside the cell membrane. Cell membrane means plasma membrane. Outside the cell membrane, the cell wall present here. The cell wall is a semi-rigid, permeable and non-living part of the plant cell. And this is only present plant cell. This is only present in plant cell, not in animal cells. It is not a semi-permeable membrane. It is a permeable membrane and semi-rigid, okay, partially rigid and non-living part of the plant cell. Okay, and it provides strength and rigidity to the cell. It made up of non-living substance called cellulose. Made up of non-living substance called cellulose. Then, what is meant by cellulose? What is meant by cellulose? Cellulose is a complex fibrous carbohydrates which cannot be digested by human beings and some other animals. Okay, it is a complex fibrous carbohydrates. Understood? Okay, it will be present only in the plant cell. Next, we are going to see about function of the cell wall. Okay, what are the functions? The cell wall provides shape to the cell. Yes or no? The cell wall provides shape to the cell wall and it provides mechanical strength to the plant cell. Okay, it provides structural strength to plants. Okay, that is very true because it is rich covering to the plasma membrane. It will provide some structural strength to the plants. Okay, and it protects the cells against pathogen and mechanical injury. Okay, it will protect against pathogens means what, disease or some other germs. Understood? And the very important function is the cell wall prevents bursting of cell or endosmosis. So, what is mean by endosmosis? Okay, already we learned about hypotonic solution. Okay, in the solution is having higher concentration of water, the cell is having lower concentration of water. Now, what will happen? the water will, according to the osmosis, principle of osmosis, the water moves from the higher concentration to the lower concentration. By the time what happened? The cell become swollen. Yes or no? Yes. So the water is going inside the cell, no? That is called as, that process is known as end osmosis. What is that? End osmosis. Okay. Now see, all of you, see here. For example, what happens in the hypertonic solution? Let us put in the plant cell in the hypertonic solution. Okay, so hypertonic solutions contain water more. Here water is more, here water is less. Okay, so water molecules move from outside to the inside. Yes or no? Yes. By the time the cell becomes swollen, become big. Yes or no? That time the cell might blast. Might blast. Okay, because the cell is inside the cell also having water. Here also water. The water is moving inside the cell. It becomes swollen now. It's a big structure. Okay. Now, after, so how it will prevent? How it will prevent? Already here water, here also water. Water went from higher concentration to the lower concentration, and now the cell becomes big. Okay, that time the cell wall exerts an equal and opposite against the cell protoplasm. Understood? So, what happened as a result? After some end osmosis, further entry of water into cell is stopped. Because of cell walls, plant cell can withstand a lot of variations in the surrounding medium as compared to animal cell. Understood? So, end osmosis, during the process of end osmosis, what will happen? The water will go from the higher concentration to the lower concentration, means that from the solution to cell, inside the cell. So the cell become bulge. Okay, now the cell become big. So sometimes it may or might blast. That only the cell wall, that time the cell wall is helping to stop the blast. Understood? Now we are going to see about differences between cell wall and cell membrane. Okay, cell wall versus cell membrane. Okay. Here, okay, so how both of these are different, because both of them are outer covering of the cell. Cell wall also outer covering of the cell, cell membrane also outer covering of the cell. Okay, and both are protective layer of the cell. Both also giving protection of the cell. Yes or no? Yes. So with this we can conclude. With this we can say we have some differences between cell wall and cell membrane. Okay, so what are the differences between cell wall and cell membrane? See, cell wall present only in plant cell. Cell membrane present in both plant cell and animal cell. It is non-living, it is a living cell. It has life, it is not having life. Understood? It is permeable, fully permeable. Okay, it will allow all those things inside it, but it is selectively permeable. Only it will selected things enter inside the cell, and it is considerably rigid. This is semi-rigid. This is thin, delicate, and flexible. No changes. Understood? So from this we can conclude cell wall and cell membrane, we have differences. Or the cell wall will present only in the plant cell. Cell membrane is present in the animals and plant cell. Here this is non-living, this is living. This is permeable, this is selectively permeable. This is considerably rich, this is thin, delicate and flexible. Next we are going to see about cytoplasm. Okay, then what is meant by cytoplasm? It is a jelly-like substance that makes up most of the inside of the cell. So it is a jelly-like structure, semi-liquid structure present inside the cell. Understood? It is lies between the nucleus and the plasma membrane. Understood? This lies between the nucleus and the plasma membrane of the cell. It contains 80% of water and 20% of some other materials. Understood? Okay. And it is a translucent gelatinous, okay, semi-fluid substances. It's a jelly-like structure. It is a translucent, it is semi-fluid substances. Understood? And here many chemical reactions takes place to see the cell alive. Okay, here lot of chemical reactions happening inside the cell. The cell want to become alive. Okay, it contains many living plant parts called cell organelles. It contains many living things are called cell organelles. For example, mitochondria, ribosomes, Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum, nucleus, okay, lysosome, etc. Okay, and here some non-living parts also present. They are called inclusions. Okay, some non-living parts are present inside. Living parts also present. Non-living parts also present. Living parts are called as cell organelles. Okay, and non-living parts are called as inclusions. Understood? Next, we are going to see about nucleus. Okay, shall we draw now? See here. Put one dot like structure. See one small dot like round structure. Okay, and put like this. Like this. Understood? Next, see endoplasmic reticulum attached with the nucleus. So we are going to draw that. Like this. Understood? See, this is a structure of nucleus. And here, this is nucleolus. Okay, so it is the spherical body inside the cell. It controls all activities of the cell. It is a brain of the cell. So we have computer CPU. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Like that, the nucleus is act as a CPU of the cell. It is a brain of the cell. CPU is the brain of the computer, as well as the nucleus is the brain of the cell. Understood? Okay. It lies in the center of the cytoplasm. It lies in the center of the cytoplasm. The nucleus consists of 4 main parts. Okay. 4 main parts. What are the 4 main parts? Nuclear membrane. So, this is a nuclear membrane. Nuclear membrane. Okay, and here fluid like structure that is called as nucleoplasm. Nucleoplasm. Okay, and here chromatin network. Thread like structure present inside the nucleus that is called as chromatin fibers or networks. Okay, chromatin. This is a nucleolus. Okay, nucleolus. Understood? The nucleus consists of four main parts: nuclear membrane, nucleoplasm, chromatin fibers and nucleolus. Okay, who discovered nucleus? Robert Brown in 1834. He discovered nucleus. Robert Brown. Understood? Okay, now we are going to see about nuclear membrane. Okay, first we are going to see about nuclear membrane. It is a double membrane covering. Okay, it is a double membrane. Okay, and which separates the nucleus from the cytoplasm. So here cytoplasm is there. Okay, here cytoplasm is there. It will separates the nucleus from the cytoplasm. Nuclear membrane will separate the nucleus from the cytoplasm. Understood? It contains several nuclear pores. So this is a nuclear pores. Understood? Okay. And the nuclear pores allow exchange of materials between the nucleus and the cytoplasm. So this is a cytoplasm now children. From here it will exchange the materials from here to here. Understood? Okay. And the outer membrane of nuclear envelope is usually connected with endoplasmic reticulum. It also bears a ribosome. It will produce ribosomes. Understood? So the endoplasmic reticulums, we have two types. One is rough endoplasmic reticulum, another one is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Understood? Next we are going to see about nucleoplasm. It is a colorless liquid but dense, found inside the nucleus. It is a colorless dense sap found inside the nucleus. It contains chromatin network like structures and nucleolus. Okay, so the nucleoplasm contains chromatin network like structure or like thread like structures and nucleolus. Understood? Yes. Next we are going to see about nucleolus. Okay, it is a nearly rounded like structure found inside the nucleus. Okay, in certain cases nucleus may have more than one nucleolus. Some animals, some cells having more than one nucleolus. Okay, most of the cells are having only one nucleolus, but some cases we have more than one nucleolus. Understood? The nucleolus is not bounded by a membrane. It is a single layer. It is not bounded by any membrane. It is rich in RNA. What is meant by RNA? RNA means what? Ribonucleic acid. Yes or no? Ribonucleic acid and proteins. So it contains RNA and proteins. Okay, it is a site of ribosome formations. It is a site of ribosome formation. Then what is this ribosomes? It is helpful in protein synthesis in the cytoplasm. Understood? Okay, so from here only it is a site of ribosome formation. Okay, so what is the use of ribosomes? Ribosomes is helpful in production of protein synthesis. Understood? Okay, and chromatin, last one is chromatin network. It is a thread-like structure present inside the nucleoplasm, means nucleus. Okay, it contains DNA and protein. Understood? So DNA means what? Deoxyribonucleic acid. RNA means what? Ribonucleic acid. DNA means what? Deoxyribonucleic acid. Okay, it is intervening nature. It also called chromatin reticulum. Okay, this is a chromatin fibers or chromatin reticulum. Okay, and during cell division, this chromatin becomes highly condense, thick rod-like structure known as chromosomes. Okay, this is a chromosomes. So during the cell division, it becomes like this rod-like structure called chromosomes. Understood? So these chromosomes are very important. So this chromatin network will pass the parental character from one generation to the another generation. Okay, because it will become chromosomes. So how many chromosomes do we have, children? We have 46 chromosomes, means 23 pairs of chromosomes. Understood? Okay. Next we are going to see about functions of nucleus. What is the function of nucleus? It controls all the activities of the cell. Because it is a brain of the cell. And the nucleus carries the parental characters or genes to the offspring. Okay, so the nucleus controls all the activities of the cell, and the nucleus carries the parental characters or genes to the offspring. The nucleus plays an important role in cell division. Okay. Now see, the nucleus plays an important role in cell division. Okay, during cell division, the nucleus plays an important role. And the nucleus has a major role in protein synthesis. Protein synthesis. Okay. And the nuclear membrane controls the passage of materials in and out of the nucleus. Understood? So, these are the functions of the nucleus. Okay. Now we end up this class. Okay. Today I am going to summarize this lesson. Okay. What are the things we learned? We in the cell we have three main parts, that is cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. So already we learned about the cell membrane. It is a selectively permeable membrane. And next one we read about the cell wall. The cell wall also and the cell membrane also is a protective layer. Okay, but only one difference, that the cell wall present only in plant cell, not in animal cell. And second one is the plasma membrane is living, but the cell wall is not living. Understood? And that is semi-permeable. Cell membrane is a semi-permeable membrane, but this is only permeable membrane. Understood? These are the differences between cell wall and the cell membrane. And next we read about the cytoplasm. It is a jelly-like structure. Okay, it is semi-liquid, more 80% water present inside the cell, and only 20% materials present, other materials present inside it. Okay, and it contains a living cell also, non-living cells also. Living cells are called as cell organelles, and non-living cells are called as, non-living things are called as inclusions. Understood? And next we read about the nucleus. It is a brain of the cell, or it controls all the cell activities, and it has four different parts: nuclear membrane, nucleoplasm, chromatin network and nucleolus. Okay, and who discovered nucleus? Robert Brown in 1931. Understood? And we read about the function of the nucleus. What are the functions? The nucleus control all activities of the cell, and the nucleus carries the parental characters or genes to the next generation. Okay, the nucleus plays an important role in the cell division. During the cell division, it is very important, because from the chromatin network we will get a chromosomes. Understood? From the chromosomes only we have a genes. Okay. And the nucleus has a major role in protein synthesis also, and the nuclear membrane controls the passage of materials in and out of the nucleus. And the chromatin network means inside the nucleus we have RNA, DNA and protein molecules. Okay, I hope all you understood this topic. If you have any doubt, you can call me immediately, or you can message me. I will clarify your doubts. Okay. stay home, be safe, wear your masks when you will go outside. Thank you.